What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Doctor Who Flux video, and boy was this a huge episode. My one complaint this season is that it might be hard to follow with the jumping around of time periods and subplots. I feel that this season being just, I think it's like 6 episodes, is a bit of a mistake, as I feel that 10 episodes would allow things to be fully fleshed out, instead of simply 5 minutes switching between each story here and there, as each story looks really interesting. But there is a lot to break down here. If you enjoyed the video, please do consider dropping a like down below and subscribing with notifications on. So after the end of last episode, Yaz and Dan are stuck in the early 1900s and are now treasure seekers, as Jericho has stuck around, which I hoped would happen after last week's episode, and they are searching for clues to the end of the world. I really like this storyline. It's mainly down to the actors who can really pull off this storyline without the Doctor, as Yaz's actor has really grown into the role. Dan's John Bishop is just great as the everyman, and the character and actor behind Jericho is an absolute G, and I would love for him to be the next solo companion. I mean, this is, as a whole episode, just something I'd love to see. Them stuck in time, they're kind of like turn left, all those episodes where the companions are kind of like stuck on their own, and they are told to seek out their dog after being attacked by spies of the Grand Serpent, who is attacking people throughout time and taking control of UNIT, which was very cool to see. I had some serious Indiana Jones vibes here, but they paint a message to Carvanista so that it can reach him in the future, but he doesn't have time travel, and he's dealing with a rogue Lupari ship, which is Bell, who's searching for Vinda and came very close, but he himself has found the base where the Skull people are using people as batteries to get to the Division HQ. Now, I really like the companion story, as they work out that the key here is the Victorian dude who keeps showing them up and just shows them his cool base here. He's like, hey, check out my basement. But he has been building tunnels, and he isn't specifically a man out of time. He's not like Clara or other things like that, Maisie Williams' character or anything like that. He just knew the Flux was coming, as he's been digging tunnels and he's built defences as there's random rooms that lead to different times and planets. Probably something to do with Earth being the epicenter of the Division's plans to blow up this reality. However, it's a cliffhanger from them, as the Sontarans have invaded Earth. Both stories are very cool, as the Doctor's story provides answers and, you know what, even more questions as we head into the multiverse world, and it is clear that they have been taking notes from the MCU, as we have a pretty much one-for-one of Loki almost here, as the multiverse world is explored, and we even have sort of like Matrix territory where universes are ripped up and started over, kind of. It turns out that the Doctor was brought into the Division as the mysterious gardener woman couldn't have her out there inspiring people to survive, which is, you know, what the Doctor does a lot. And the most obvious reveal that this was Tectean, the woman who found the Doctor all those years ago. She's brought here into the place between realities, pretty much like Kang in Loki, and wants the Doctor, or at least wants this to reset the universe and move to another, as she has a sort of arc and seeds to transfer life over, as it's unclear how many times they've done this, but the Doctor is irate, as she, as a child, could have had a life away from all of this, as she could have been kind of found. When she was found, this woman didn't know why this kid was there. Do you know what? I'm going to create an awful clandestine organisation with all of the villains from the Doctor Who franchise. So yes, it's crazy here. It's unclear where the Doctor came from, as Tectean offers her a chance to possibly find her original people by going with her to a new universe and give her memories back, which was stuck in the Gallifreyan watch, which is, of course, as pointed out to me, was featured in the episode where the Doctor becomes a teacher, and it's a really cool one there. It is not long before the person who released Ravagers, Tectean, is killed in revenge for locking them up. Well, Next up is the Doctor. It's a very cool cliffhanger as Earth is invaded by the Grand Serpent, who has been using the Flux time problems to take control of Earth's defenses and unit. It's a really cool storyline. Again, would be a great episode of its own, showing the foundations of unit, but corrupted by a time traveller. I, and probably many of you, are very happy that Unit is back, and we got to hear the fan favourite shouting in the background from the past, and the Grand Serpent has taken over control, and by 2017 he is in full control of Unit. Now, interestingly, we last heard they were shut down by special budget cuts, which is probably what happened here. The Grand Serpent probably went, you know what, you don't need this, just let's get rid of it. And a Unit spin-off would be great once this is all resolved. We are heading into a turbulent finale next week. But that is it for this video. Please do drop a like down below. Please do subscribe with notifications on. And I'll see you soon, and goodbye.